Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a little bit of everything today. I got to take Molly to the vet. The house is kind of dirty, but I don't know if I'll get to that today. My son's birthday party is coming up, so I got to do a little bit of running errands to prepare for that. And I don't know, just a whole bunch of everything. My daughter told me recently about a new lip balm that's tinted that she's loving, so I think I may head to Target and see if I can find a color of it that I like, and I might even check out what's going on for fall in the Hearth and Hand section if anything is out yet. A lot of times my videos are a couple of weeks late, and so we are still mid-July as of today, so I'm gonna take Molly to the vet first because her appointment is in about 20 minutes, so gotta get her in the car. She's struggling a little bit. I'm probably gonna share a little bit of that with you. She's an old girl, we love her, but she's starting to have some health concerns, and so this is the part of having a dog that's always kind of difficult. But you know, she's been with us for a really long time, so want to take her to the vet, get her checked out, and make sure she's doing as good as she possibly can considering the situation, which I will go into more later. Okay, so let's get her in the car and let's go. Molly is always very excited when she knows that the leash goes on because it is car ride time. She loves riding. She loves being in the truck, in the Jeep. She loves it. She does not like the vet, but she likes the ride getting there. So we are on the way to the vet. Molly has been struggling a little bit. She has been diagnosed with a brain tumor that is unfortunately inoperable. It's on her trigeminal nerve, and what is happening is that as the tumor is growing, it is cutting off blood flow to a lot of the muscles in her face. And I don't think she's in pain. She doesn't seem to be suffering with pain, so I'm very grateful for that. But the problem is that now the one side of the face where the tumor is cutting off blood flow to all of the muscles in her face. And so all of the muscles around her eye and cheekbone are atrophied. And now because of that, her eye surround is not sitting right to protect the sides of the eye. So she's starting to have problems with, like infection in her eye, which is really, really sad because she's still very happy. She's still very energized and playful and energetic. And we found out about this brain tumor because we had taken her in for another problem that we've been dealing with. She has a really large cyst on her shoulder that I wanted to get removed. And it's in a really difficult area. But they were going to do the surgery to remove it. But then when they noticed her head was starting to look a little bit caved in, they suspected the brain tumor, and lo and behold, that is exactly what it is. And they recommended that we not do the surgery because anesthesia, the surgery on the shoulder, because anesthesia might complicate the brain issue. So it's kind of a problem because she's happy and healthy and she's enjoying her life. She eats normally, she sleeps normally, everything is normal except for the fact that her head is all caved in on the one side and her eye is starting to get gross, for lack of a better word. It's sad to say. I mean, I love her so much, but she's struggling with this. So I'm hopeful that the vet will be able to give me some solutions, or at least some things I can do to help her with not only the eye problem, but also the problem with the cyst, because I mean, I don't want her to get infections. So that's the update, and unfortunately, both of these things are not really anything the vet can help us with. So the goal really is just to make sure that she maintains a good quality of life while she's here with us, so she can be happy and healthy aside from, these minor inconveniences that she's dealing with. And the vet did say that this brain tumor is kind of rare. The location is kind of rare, and so they couldn't even advise me on what to expect, like how it's going to affect her, if it's going to affect her balance, or if she's going to get seizures, or her appetite will change, or any of the things that you would expect to see when it comes to problems with the brain. So they really don't have a lot of information on that, which is really kind of a bummer, and it kind of scares me. So you guys pray for Molly because she's a sweet girl. She's a good girl. We've had her for so many years. And we actually rescued her from a very unsafe situation. She came from an abusive situation. And when she came to us, she was very scared and timid, and not very loving, and she was very unsettled for like the first year that we had her. So, you know, we've helped her to find a home and a family that will love her and care for her the way she deserves. So now that we're going through this, it's kind of sad that, you know, to watch her have to deal with this, but she's dealing with it really well so far. I mean, she's dealing with it really well so far. She's a happy girl, and, you know, she's doing the best she can. So hopefully the vet will give us some insight into what's going on with all of the things that I just mentioned. So we're just waiting for the vet to come in. You can see she's just so happy and so sweet. So hopefully we'll get some good tips on how to help her through this. So I'm heading back home. Unfortunately, the vet was not able to help me in the way that I was hoping for. They did prescribe her some antibiotic ointment for her eye, but unfortunately, he just said that this is all going to progressively probably get worse due to the brain tumor. There's not a lot that can be done. You know, we just got to keep an eye on it and make sure that her eye stays clean and protected. And the same thing kind of goes for the shoulder. Unfortunately, it's just this wound that she is going to have because they can't do surgery on her. So not as hopeful of a visit as I had expected and wanted, but unfortunately, that is how things go sometimes. Now, downstairs I had already gotten my kitchen very clean, so I wanted to head upstairs and just quickly straighten up, do a little bit of dusting. You guys have seen in past videos, and you'll see again in the future, this is an area that is currently being worked on. I've got this dresser here that is a remnant from my farmhouse days, and this one's probably gonna get a makeover. I'm thinking I want to paint this entire area and get new window treatments. And I don't know, do some sort of a technique to change that orange color stain on the top of the banister where the stairwell is. So definitely a lot of things that are running through my mind while I am cleaning this area here on how I want to redo this space. I want it to sort of match with what I've done in the bedroom. It's a little bit more of a moody, I don't want to say high-end because I'm not that person, right? Like, I'm not looking for expensive things, although I do like to score them at a bargain. You guys know that. Just kind of playing around with a little bit of decor here, and then I'm going to also head over to the window where my lovely Molly loves to watch me drive away to work so that she knows it's safe to try to get on the couch downstairs. So she always has her little nose prints on the glass, so that's something I gotta kind of keep up on. I love the view out this window, so I would love to be able to get these curtains out of here and do maybe some sort of bamboo shades or something that I can lift up and sort of take away all of the things that impede the view. Now, I have already started thinking about what I want to do for fall. You guys have seen my Pinterest video where I was sharing some of my ideas, and I actually grabbed this last year at Walmart. I absolutely love these pumpkin mugs. I love the color scheme. I love that they're glazed. I love that they're short and stocky. You guys know that is my preferred shape for a coffee mug. And as much as I drink coffee, I love that I can just grab one that is a different color every single day and kind of change up the way the day starts. So just thought I would share these with you because I'm gonna be doing a little bit of decorating in my kitchen, and wanted to let you know that that was something that I've really been enjoying. Now, next up for this day, I wanted to do some DIY. I wanted to change up some of the pumpkins so I can make them fit into my color scheme. You can see I have some in the back there that I've already started doing, but I'm mixing sort of all of these different paint colors together, and I can't really give you any measurements or anything, but those are the ones that I used in case you're interested in trying to recreate this color. The ones that I'm painting now are little foam pumpkins that came from Hobby Lobby probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago when the teal pumpkin craze was big, and I don't really love that color scheme anymore. You guys know I'm kind of moving away from that farmhouse style. I wanted these to have a little bit of texture, so I did add some baking soda to the paint. You can see I'm laying it on really thick, trying to sort of recreate that bumpy, uneven texture of natural pumpkins. These did take a long time to dry, and you can see on the left there, those are the ones that I haven't painted yet. So this is what they started out looking like. The two in the front that are small, those are foam, and then the rest of them are ceramic. And I didn't make enough paint, so I need to remix it, which was kind of good because it made it so that not all of the pumpkins had the same color effect. They're a little bit varied in, you know, how much orange or how much brown. And I love the way these turned out. I'm going to be using these in my living room when I decorate in an upcoming video. So if you like decorating, if you like that sort of thing, then make sure you're subscribed so you won't miss any of the fun. This is actually a weekend project that I really enjoyed doing. I spent a good portion of the day painting these pumpkins and just, I don't know, dreaming about fall, thinking about all of the apple cider and pumpkin spice and all of the things that I love so much about the season. I think these turned out great. They are exactly what I was hoping to change up about the original color and make them look a little bit more muted. I did want them to look imperfect. I do need to go back in and touch up the stems. I'm not sure if I want to use rub and buff on the stems and make them sort of like a brass, or if I want to paint them like a greenish black, like a mixture. This one's from Hobby Lobby, and that's exactly the color I was trying to get rid of. There was a time I would have just used every single pumpkin in that color, but you know, we move on, our style changes and evolves, and that definitely happened with this. So if that's you, I encourage you, don't get rid of them, don't donate them. Paint is way cheaper than having to purchase and replace, and that is something that I am very big on. I love to repurpose things so that I can continue using the items that I love. And just kind of giving them a little bit of a refresh is something that's really fun to do, but it also saves some money. This DIY was a really great therapeutic way to lose myself, so I wanted to keep going. Some of you guys might remember that I thrifted this horse head bank. It's a ceramic bank that I wanted to do a DIY on it and make it look a little bit more like a metal or like a bronze bust or statue. So I spray painted it with some black and gold spray paint, and when that was fully dry, I came in with some antique gold rub and buff. I actually ended up not using this metallic at all, but that would have probably created a little bit more of like a glam look, which I kind of wanted to move away from, and so I decided I wanted to make this look like it was a metal statue. Now, a lot of you guys know I am on the hunt for a brass duck. I have been looking for a long time. I still have not found one. I know I'm gonna find one. I don't wanna pay antique store prices because they're like in the $60 range or $70 range. And so I've seen them there and I've kind of passed up on them. Looking for one at a good price that will fit exactly what I am trying to do in my bedroom, but until then, this is going to be a placeholder. So I'm thinking this combination of the antique gold rub and buff with the dark underpaint, I think that's gonna be a great look for this horsehead bank. Every single video, I love checking in with you guys and just kind of seeing how you're doing and what you've been up to. How is your week going so far? Being able to chat with you guys in the comments is one of the most fun things that I really enjoy about having this channel. I have met so many wonderful people. A lot of you guys have actually become friends. A lot of you guys know I'm friends with Danielle over at Comfortable Spaces and Robin Lane Low and Angie over at the Bumblebee Farmhouse. And I just would ask that you guys continue praying for Angie. So many of you guys have left wonderful comments that you are keeping her in your prayer, and I very much appreciate that. I am a firm believer that prayer is powerful and God is with us. And so I just am so thankful for the community that we have here. You guys are so kind and so encouraging, and I really do appreciate you guys continuing to lift Angie up in your prayers. You guys, this was such an easy DIY. It was a great way to spend a weekend afternoon. It was relaxing and calming and kind of took my mind off of all of the stress of life. And honestly, I love the way it turned out. I can't wait to use it. Now, after I was done with that, I wanted to make myself an iced coffee. I have this espresso machine that I hardly ever use. I've got these little coffee ice cubes. I made them out of coffee so that they wouldn't water down the coffee when I put a bunch of them in. Typically, I will brew the coffee and then let it chill in the refrigerator for a little while. On this day, I was feeling kind of impatient. The weather said that we were going to be getting a storm in, so I just took the hot coffee and just poured it right in with those ice cubes. And I do add a little bit of like a cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice mixture. Kind of stir that around a little bit, and then I also add, and this is my secret ingredient, I don't know if you guys do this too, but every time I mention it, there's a lot of people that are kind of surprised that I add in a little bit of salt to my coffee. I absolutely love the way it brings out the flavor, because you guys know I don't use sweeteners, just the heavy cream and the cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. Next up was chilling on the porch, enjoying the rain. I absolutely love this time of year for that specific reason. Molly doesn't like the rain or being alone during a storm, so you guys are gonna see here in the background I did some fall decorating. Stay tuned for that. Molly wanted to come outside with us. She does not like to be alone during the storms, especially when the thunder rolls in. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment below and let me know how you've been and what you've been up to. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.